And that's what we're talking about today on the 3, 2, 1, go show.
Well, let's go.
I like it. I actually like
3,
this
2,
name.
1,
I
go.
think we might
Yeah,
keep
why not?
it.
Fuck
I think we might keep it. All right. So we're going to be talking about the New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
The new year, new me.
All day.
All day. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So we've had the Christmas period. We've indulged.
Put on a bit of weight.
Put on a little bit of weight. Okay, that's to be expected. But we need to get back into the swing of things. New Year's. What are you going to, my man? So you wake up. We're not doing New Year's Day. We're not doing New Year's Day.
Nah.
We're doing January 2.
Because everyone's hungover on the first.
Yeah, 2nd of January. 2nd of January. We don't want people questioning their lives on the 1st of January.
I still feel like it's a few days after that.
Yeah.
I think
You're
it's
still
like,
on that.
I think it's like the 5th, 6th.
All right. Well,
First week of January. How about that?
What's the Monday? I think the Monday's the 3rd. Monday's the 3rd.
Okay, yeah, there we
So
go.
we're starting Monday. We're starting Monday the 3rd.
So Monday, what? You wake up and you go, I'm going to change a few things this year. What are they going to be? How do you do that?
Yeah, how would you do it?
What do you do? What did you do last year?
Last year.
I can't even remember what I did for New Year's.
To be, I'm weird, but to be honest,
You don't do
I
that?
have this conversation with
You know what?
myself
Oh.
on my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So
'Cause
like,
it's more personal to you.
Yeah.
Don't think of it that way.
so like I sit down on my birthday and sort of like assess where I'm at.
When was your birthday?
4th of May.
Okay.
4th of May.
Coming up.
May the 4th be with you. I've heard that so many times. I've heard that shit joke so many fucking times, bro. It's so shit. Yeah, I sort of just sit down to myself and just like assess like where I was at the year before and where I'm at now and like what I've
Accomplished.
accomplished, what I've enjoyed, what I haven't enjoyed, and then just like where I want to be the year after and just like
do you do
try
it
and
mentally or do you write it down?
I'll write it down.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'll write it down. And then like just from there, I'll just try to formulate like some weekly habits that will push me to where I want to be,
Yes.
and just try and.
No, that's the ticket. Everyone has these goals, but they don't
have
actually have.
skip to the end already?
Nah, bro, they don't have plan to
Yeah.
get there. They just put it in their head and then they just kind of forget about it.
Yeah,
I like what you said there.
yeah, 100%. Well, that's the thing for me is like, at the end of the day, you can't really control like the end goal. So like I don't, and this is just me, but I don't see the point in like writing, I want to be a millionaire by next year or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather break down and go, okay, so like, and just for this example for money wise, say, okay, how much do I need to earn a month to be a millionaire or whatever? You know what I mean?
breaking
And
it
just,
down.
and like, and what do those habits look like to be able to try and accumulate that? You know what I mean? And then I just try and stick to those week in, week out and just
See how far you get.
try and nail that and like, yeah, and just see what happens. Like sometimes you're closer. You will be closer.
Yeah.
You will be closer. But yeah, sometimes you might hit it. Sometimes you might go over. Sometimes you might be under. But at least like if you're just doing it week by week, because, and another thing, I feel like people will make a goal that's just so overwhelming that they don't even know where to start. You know what I mean? Like
And then they don't start in the first place because fear kind of stops them.
exactly. It's because it seems like such a big mountain. And it's like the old saying is like you just put one foot in front of the other. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's like one of the takeaways from me is yeah, definitely doing that. What about yourself?
That's. I'm glad you said the whole week to week thing
Mm-hmm.
because I'm the same. For years, I used to every 1st or 2nd of January. I want to stop this. I want to do that. For like 4 or 5 years, it's always the same shit. It's the same thing you want to accomplish, and you're not even 1% closer to it.
Yeah.
I think the last 2 years, I can't remember. It would have been a book I was reading or a podcast. They talked about that specifically. It's not about having goals. It's actually about having like a plan of attack. So having that one main goal and then you're dissecting it. So go, what do I have to do every month, every week? Who do I have to be as a person? And like actually visualize yourself being that person and actually acting on that like that day. So the 3rd, go, okay, I want to be a millionaire. What does a millionaire require to be? He needs to be disciplined with his money. He needs to invest in stock or property. You need to make a certain amount. You have to have different streams of income. So you have your day job, then you have the side hustle, so on and so forth. Then you have to network with people. Like the list goes on. But you got to have those smaller goals each day to week to aim for that bigger goal. And like you said, you might fall short of it, but at least you feel more accomplished as opposed to just putting that thought in your head and then never actually getting there because it's so big, and you just get stuck in that rat race of doing the same shit you've been doing for years.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like you're saying, you like have the same sort of goals each year, but
Yeah,
you just
you
sort
never,
of-
you kind of,
never
you do it for
anything.
2-3 weeks, like
Yeah.
for us as trainers. We get all this influx of new people the first week of January. They're cool for like 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks maybe. And then, boom, disappear. Phones
February's the
disconnected.
fucking
Fucking where'd they go? You don't know. You don't hear from them anymore.
Yeah.
And then I do. I feel bad as like a trainer. I feel like I've done something wrong. But I guess another thing is you got to actually think of, do you really want that, or is someone putting that idea onto you? Like you
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
have
That's another good point.
you got to have to be really, really honest with yourself and go, out of 10, how bad do I actually want that? Like, this guy, what's his name? E.T. He's like a motivational speaker.
Eric Thomas. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about if you have to want it as bad as you want to breathe, pretty much. And then that's kind of close to what, if you really want to be a millionaire or whatever it is, really, really want it, I guarantee you'll get there. It might not happen like in a year's time. You got to think 5-10 years down the track. And I think that's another thing. People make a big goal they want to achieve in a month or a year. You got to think, I feel like as a goal, you got to have a bigger goal. Think of it, what can I do in 5 to 10 years? And then, dissect that. Okay, how do I get there doing this each week to month to so on and so forth? I've learned that for the past few years, and it's actually, I've come a long way. I say in my last 2-3 years of my life compared to the last 10, I've changed a lot just based on doing those little things. And like Ryan was saying, you might fall short or you might overcome what you wanted, but at least you're heading in that direction. A lot of people aren't even taking one step forward. And that's, I think, the problem to begin with, is the whole having just a thought in their head and then not really pursuing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely believe.
If anything, that's just a dream. It's not really.
Yeah. But that was like was actually what I was gonna say.
Oh shit.
It was that quote where it's like they say like was it a goal without a plan of action is just really a dream.
Yes.
And like when you
Pretty
when you look at
logical.
it, it's true. It's like if you don't have a plan of action, if you're not executing towards that dream, it is. I mean, that goal, it is a dream. You know what I mean? And I think it's just so invaluable to like actually break it down, because, as you said, like that goal can seem so insurmountable. Like, you know what I mean? It's this massive fucking mountain, and like as you were talking about, like to be a millionaire or whatever, you got to do all these 1,000 different things. You know what I mean? Like networking, saving, investing, earn money, side hustle. Like it just seems so overwhelming. But if you can break that down into like
Think of what can I do
daily
now.
daily habits that will like push all those areas. So say like networking, try and meet one person a week or something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Simple as that. That at the end of the year, that's 52 people. And then like from there,
Saving. Every
Saving.
time I get my paycheck, 30% of that in another account. Done.
yeah, be different with that. And then like by the end of it, that end product, you may be where you want to be, you may not be where you want to be, but you've learned a lot of lessons on the way. And I think like the best part of it is sticking to that discipline and the lessons that you learn along the way. Like even as something as simple as like meeting one person a week, could you imagine like the huge network that you'd have by the end of the year if you just stuck with that and did 52? And I think
you just put a light bulb in my head as well. If you struggle to get to that goal, getting someone that's an expert in that field that will help you, mentor, trainer, coach, you name it. I feel like that's another thing. I used to be so egotistical younger, thinking I knew everything and I didn't need help.
Yep.
But anyone that's good at anything, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, fucking Andrew Tate, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
They all had someone that was helping them along the way, or maybe a few people.
Yeah.
But some people think that they need to do it on their own. But if you feel like you're really struggling and you need help in one field, say it's finances, get like someone that's a financial advisor or a fucking life coach or some shit.
Yeah.
Because everyone needs one.
Yeah. Speak to someone that's a millionaire for starters. That'd be a great
Yeah,
spot.
hang around people that you want to be like as well. That's another thing. Don't hang around fucking scumbags because you're going to eventually end up like that.
Scumbag.
I know. It's true, bro.
I like
I've learned that over time.
have you heard of Alex Hormozy?
Oh, it rings a bell.
You-
Is he
you'd
that
love him, bro.
fitness business dude?
Yeah, he's like Jack dude,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he's like
yeah.
he's
He's very knowledgeable.
owner of like acquisition.com. He's like worth like nearly 200 million or some shit.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he puts it so well, and like he says the same thing as you. Like when I was younger, I was heaps egotistical and like thought that I knew better than people and stuff like that. And I think everyone sort of goes through that. And he put it like such a good way, and it just like lit up for me. Is like he goes, all you're really doing is like you're wasting your most valuable asset, and that's time. He's like, all I think about when I'm like going to get a mentor or going to get a trainer or whatever it may be.
Cut that time in.
Yeah. He goes, it doesn't matter what money I have to pay, doesn't matter whether I look like a newbie, doesn't matter if I look silly. All that matters is that it's going to cut the time period for me being where I am now to where like I need to be. And it's like, and it's so true. It's
I
like,
think I saw that the other week too.
yeah. And it's so true. Like when you just really think about it, the only thing that really matters is time. Like money can be made again. You know what I mean? All these things like come and go, you know what I mean? But time doesn't stop, man. And he's like, and he goes, if I can pay someone $50,000 to learn something in 6 weeks rather than 6 months, like ROI on that is massive. Like I'm already way ahead.
I think it's invaluable. It's an investment in yourself, and a lot of you fuckers blow that money anyway.
Oh,
Where does it go? Fucking clothes, bullshit, going out, trying to impress people that don't even like you and you don't even like either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you actually put that money into yourself and fast tracked your whatever you want to achieve, instead of 10 years, it cuts into 5 or 6. Like, fuck. Like you said, time is invaluable. And I think as you get up, it's just one of those things in life. You go through phases, you're 20, naive, you want to be a bit of a dickhead, whatever. Then as you get to your 30s, you start thinking a bit more, okay, future things, time. I'm losing certain things. I'm getting older. I need to have children. Like, you start opening up your mind to the bigger picture rather than, the quick, what do you call it? What's the word? Like the instant gratification thing.
I was actually going to say instant gratification, but I didn't want to throw you
No,
off.
no, you can say it.
I was actually going to say that instant gratification.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and like I feel like a lot of people will get caught up in that when they're younger, but
And even now, I think with phones and that though, and all this technology, it's like everyone wants things like this.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that
Yeah, and that comparison thing. And as you said before, like we can have all these dreams, but unless you start planning or like get someone to help you out, employ like a mentor or something like that, you will just be spinning your wheels. And you may have the best intentions and the good mindset about it, but if you're going to cut your time by like setting plans and getting mentors and stuff like that, fucking do it, 100%.
And then it's cool to talk about things. I hear a lot of people talk, but it's action that actually makes a difference.
Yeah.
You can say you want this and you want that, but what are you actually doing to get there?
Action is the
how
mother
are
of all
you-
success, bro.
And how are you being as an individual? Are you actually being that person that you want to be, or are you just fucking talking shit? 'Cause a lot of people talk shit.
Yeah.
Fake it. And then they think that, oh, he's got this car and that car and blah, blah, blah. But then they're in fucking massive debt. And then 10 years down the track, they've got no money. It's because they were just trying to impress everyone.
Yeah. Fake it till you make it. That's the way to go.
But who can I say any better? I'm not perfect. I'm just trying.
Oh, yeah.
And that's all me and Ryan are doing. We're just trying to give people information and trying to fast track you to not make so many mistakes. Well, I've made a lot. So.
All right. Well, let's break it down for obviously with PTs. So our area of expertise.
Yeah, let's do it with fitness. There you
Area
go.
of expertise is not money making.
It's not, but we're trying. That's the
we're
next
trying.
step.
It's trying. That's the next step. That's the next step.
We're trying to use the same.
We got some mentors. I've got to line out to Alex Hormozy. Just let me know, bro.
He's ready.
Yeah. All right. So let's break it down. Woken up Monday, 3rd of January. Want to lose some weight.
Yeah.
Where are we going? How are we breaking this down? They
20 kilos of weight we want to lose.
Yeah. Over the course of the year.
Okay.
Go.
So
What's the
what's
first one?
20 divided by 12?
That's a great question.
Like 8.
Maybe we should do 12 kilos.
Yeah, there you go.
Kilo a month.
Yeah,
Let's
there
go.
you
Kilo
go.
a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's do it.
So you'd obviously, what would be our first step? Okay, we'd have to actually look at our lives for what it is. Are we actually exercising to begin with? If not, okay, let's start with that. Let's start very simple. If you're not doing anything, start with 3. Whatever it is. Okay, 3 times a week we're going to train. Next one.
Nutrition.
Are we eating bad or not bad? If we're eating bad, okay, let's either educate ourselves and use, where is this thing? Use this thing in your hand and Google, I'm this amount of weight, how do I lose X amount? And then I'm sure a calorie counter would come up or some kind of technology or mechanism. Use that and it'll give you the numbers that you need to eat per day to lose, say, half a kilo a week or something. Because that's what we want to generally lose, about half a kilo to 200 grams a week, I'd say is good enough.
Yeah.
That's the second step. What's the third step? So nutrition.
I'd go from there.
Training.
I'd go like lifestyle.
Exactly.
And there's something in lifestyle like
Going out every weekend.
Yeah. Can be reducing how many times you go out on the weekend. Could be getting to bed earlier, little things like that. Being more active on the weekend. Could be something as well as like the people around you. Are they affecting like you and your goals? Are they supportive? Are they holding you back? I think.
Yeah. Wow.
You know what I mean?
Do they bring you down where you use something to help you cope? Like it could be eating. Do these people bring you down and make you feel bad about yourself to want to do those bad things to yourself? So yeah, maybe I know it's hard, but cutting certain people out of your life for the new year, that would be a good one.
Yeah. But and then like as you sort of listed a few, you can go through and make like 4 or 5 different sort of goals that you can do each day. Where, as you said, like commit to training 3 days a week. And there's these habit trackers too. Like I was looking, Mrs. had a habit tracker the other day. I think it's literally called Habit Tracker on an app, and it's pretty sure it's free, and it was sick. It was so good. You just go on and just type it off. You can do that 3 days a week. And then when it comes to nutrition, try and educate yourself on what's in certain foods and stuff like that, and try and like plan it out. You don't necessarily need to go straight to like having a calorie target or anything like that, but at least just trying to educate yourself on like
changing habits,
on what's going on, and like, well, it could be anything. And then have another one where it's lifestyle. Could be going to bed a little bit earlier, and that's like your 3 things that you just focus on day in, day out. Like if you're doing nothing, if you're like that like couch potato and like you're eating well over what you actually need, and you just do those 3 things religiously every day,
you'll see some progress.
Yeah, bro, you'll see some crazy progress.
You actually feel a lot better about yourself too.
Yeah. And I think the beauty in it as well is the discipline that you've created from sticking to those habits and moving forward. And like, and I was hearing one, like a dude speak about it the other day, and they were talking about like, how do you get more confident? And he was saying like confidence, the only way to get more confident is by doing, you know what I mean? And ticking off. It's like you wake up one day, you go to the gym, you feel better about yourself. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be gym, but it could apply to anything. Just making that promise to yourself and then executing on that is going to give the confidence, that feedback loop that, hey, I can back up what I'm saying. And then after 6 months of doing that, you're a completely different person and you have more confidence in yourself.
That makes a lot of sense, because most people that come to the gym aren't that confident.
You can't just wake up and just go, I'm confident now.
And you don't even have to come to the gym. If you don't feel that confident, change your eating a bit. Just walk around your neighborhood. Just get moving. You don't have to go to the gym. Just have a target of, okay, I want to walk an hour a day or something and eat better. And you will see a result. I guarantee it. Because if you're doing 0 and then you do that, that's 10 times better than what you're doing already. So, yeah, I think don't overcomplicate it and don't overwhelm yourself either. Don't be like, okay, I have to eat 6 meals a day, chicken and rice, and fucking train 2 hours a day and do all that, because you'll burn out. So you got to have a small, realistic goal that you know, if you can honestly be honest with yourself and go, yes, I can do those 3 things, stick to them for a month. Guarantee it will change your life.
Yeah, 100%, bro.
And then work on it from there. Go, okay, now I'm comfortable. I got to be a little bit uncomfortable again, and then get better and better over time.
Yeah, I heard a really good analogy the other day, and it was in the way of fat loss, and like people thinking, and as we spoke about, losing 12 kilos in a year can seem so daunting. Like, imagine saying to yourself, fuck, I gotta lose like 12 kilos. Like, It seems
Some
like
people
takes
want to lose that in a month.
yeah, and it seems like
crazy.
it's going to be like such a hard thing. But as you said, trying to focus on losing 200 grams or 500 grams. And I heard a really good analogy, and they were talking about like fat loss is kind of like having a full toilet roll and then just taking one sheet away at a time. Like you take one sheet away, you don't notice the difference. 2, 3. You do that every day, the toilet roll looks a hell of a lot different. You know what I mean? Like it's such a simple analogy, but it applies like so well to think like, fuck, I've got to get rid of 12 kilos. No, you just like lose.
I think that's
500
what
grams.
it is with a lot of things, eh?
Yeah. And
Health,
that's,
finances, relationships.
mm,
Just got to kind of keep chipping away, and eventually we'll get better.
yeah.
You got to be patient and persistent, and there's disciplined a bit. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you, but if you want anything good and you want to do better for yourself, you're going to have to be uncomfortable sometimes. It's just how life is, fortunately.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone will be jacked and ripped and rich and happy, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah. No. Right. Yeah. Everything hard in life.
Even us,
everything
we're
worth
still
in life is
striving
hard.
to be better. It's just everyone's on their own journey. You just got to do better than what you did yesterday, pretty much.
Sticking to the habits, bro.
Mm.
Any takeaways? Obviously, like shameless plug, you could just reach out to us and we'd
Yeah,
give-
if you
give
need help
the,
with
give you
that,
the formula for it. But
exactly right. If
Shameless
it's too
plug,
hard
but-
for you, we can make it easier for you. Yes,
But that's what we spoke about, like obviously getting a mentor. But
I would say
I said,
planning. Have
if
a
someone-
good plan of attack and actually taking action.
yeah,
Those are two things that I would do.
yeah, I think that's the big takeaway is like, yeah, trying to like break it down into like 3 things that you do every day, and you just do that for 365 days, and then reassess like in next year. You know what I mean?
And if like say you're doing that same
I
thing
guarantee you change. Yeah, as you said,
for a
it'll
couple
change your
months, say you're doing that same thing. If you haven't changed, then that's when you reevaluate and go, okay, what do I need to add? What do I need to make better? And then if you get stuck, like what Ryan was saying earlier, we're the plug. We can help you out. We can give you the tools that you need to reach that goal of losing weight, or getting stronger. Finance stuff I'm still learning.
Yeah, don't come to us. Maybe in a couple of years.
Yeah. Then we can talk about that.
3, 2, 1, go, money.
Yeah.
Easy, bro. Thanks for that. Thanks for listening to the 3, 2, 1, go show. We'll see you next time. We're unsure what we're going to talk about yet, but
Don't even know if this is going to be in there, but
yeah, see what happens. I
give
don't
it
know.
a crack. See, we're trying something.
We're trying. You know, make little sabbats. You know,
If
form
we
little
can help
plans.
one person with the little spills that we got,
Yeah.
that's good enough for me.
3, 2, 1, out.